In 2024, when we got the opportunity to be a developer, we seized it with open hands and we launched full-fledgedly into Ras Al Khaimah. If you're looking at it at a local scale, you can drive down from Abu Dhabi all the way to Ras Al Khaimah via 311 or 611, which is Sheikh Zayed Road or Mohammed bin Zayed Road, the fourth largest emirate and the last to join the UAE in 1972. Similarly with Dubai, similarly with Sharjah. I'm sure you guys are aware that Ras Al Khaimah also has an international airport, right? Which is currently under the expansion mode. So what happens when you expand your airport? You have national carriers flights increasing. But along with that, you also have option of the flights to cater to the private jets of the billionaires and millionaires who will come to experience the gaming zone. So that will also take part. That will also be a part of the growth, if I could use that word, for the economy and the Ras Al Khaimah Emirate. If you look at it on a global scale, it is within 8 hours of flying time of those countries that contribute to roughly 80% of the world economy. Let's take China for example. Until recently, Chinese nationals had visa-free entry into the UAE because they were exclusive sponsors of the Expo 2020. I don't know whether they still have a visa-free entry, but until recently it was. For the Chinese, they usually go to Macau to experience the casino, or to Singapore, or to the Bellagio in Amsterdam, or if they have good vasta, they go to Las Vegas. With the current political scenario in the USA undergoing a change with Donald Trump coming into the picture, and who's always had an anti-China policy, I'm assuming it would be a little difficult for the Chinese to get entry as easily as it was happening before. Maybe it might happen, maybe it wouldn't. For us Indians, we have a 2.5-year wait just to get the appointment for the visa, which does not even guarantee that you get the visa. Within 72 hours, we get everything here. Ticket booked and entry into the place as well. This country offers something that no other country in the world offers: tax-free haven. Right? For the people like Chinese, Asians in general, who love to gamble and who probably own 90% of the strip in Vegas, this becomes a very, very lucrative option. Unlike Vegas and Macau, who have more than one gaming brand, the entire Middle East has only one, which makes it a monopoly for Wynn. Which makes it all the more reason to have all the people who've experienced gaming life in Vegas, Monte Carlo, Macau, Singapore, to come and experience something at a bigger scale than what they have in Vegas itself. This is going to be the world's biggest Wynn resort, coming to a small man-made island in a smaller emirate of Ras Al Khaimah. The fact remains it's an island, right? Your land is fixed, your supply is fixed. So when you have fixed supply and high demand, it then becomes a seller's market or an investor's market. Then your investor can then dictate terms of short-term rent, because that's the main game in Al Marjan today, or will be in the near future. What happens in a short-term rent where the seller controls the market? If I don't pay the rent that you want, somebody else will, because there is a shortage of places to begin with, right? You were there for the Marjan presentation in Ras Al Khaimah where they had. So they've supposedly claimed that there will always be a shortage of 40,000 units by 2030 when the entire island is fully functional. Even 40 units is a big number to take care of a shortfall. You're talking about 40,000. Today, Ras Al Khaimah's economy has a very minimal contribution from real estate as an industry. These figures are from 2022. We've tried to get 23, 24, which is not available to us at the moment. So basis of this is showing current 7%. Let's assume this is 20% today, just for a higher number. The remaining 80% is then broken up by 8 industries: manufacturing, mining and quarry, transportation, rack ceramics, Jalfar pharmaceuticals, Masafi water, tourism and agriculture. Despite having Because of the diverse industries contributing to the success of the economy of Ras Al Khaimah, it is not like a economy, say, of Dubai, which is dependent primarily on 2 to 3 verticals, which means the risk is spread across more portfolios, making your investor's investment a little more risk-free compared to any other emirate. In terms of investment costs or in terms of licensing costs, every property of ours that your investor buys is priced over 2 million, which guarantees him to qualify for a golden visa. With golden visa comes ability to open your bank account, ability to open offices. So if you're opening offices and your cost of trade license is cheaper in Ras Al Khaimah as compared to Dubai or Abu Dhabi. This is where channel partners like yourself and developers like us play a very important role. In all of Ras Al Khaimah today, you're looking at 8,000 hotel rooms, of which 50%, that's 4,000, are 5-star rooms. Right? These are facts and figures from Ras Al Khaimah's government body. You can get it online as well. Today, when we plan holidays with our family members, obviously we want to have the most affordable 5-star experience. That is one type of people who go for 5-star holidays. Or second one is you're a billionaire coming to experience the gaming zone. Let's take the family first. Out of the 8,000 hotel rooms, 4,000 are open to us to navigate as per our costs and as per our preferences, which are 5-star rooms. How many presidential suite does a 5-star room hotel have?
1 to 2.
2. Let's say 4 to be generous. So out of a possible 4,000 5-star rooms, you have 160 presidential suites in all of Ras Al Khaimah, not only Al Marjan. Clear? Keeping that same concept, by 2027, when you have 1,500 rooms of Wynn getting added to that number, all of Ras Al Khaimah would have roughly 15,274 hotel rooms. Let's round it off to 20,000. Out of this 20,000 possible 5-star rooms, you have 80% 5-star. So you're looking at what, 16,000? At the rate of 4 per 5-star, you're looking at 840 residential suites in all of Ras Al Khaimah. Question number 2. If you're a billionaire, would you want to be as close as possible to the action, or you want to be in some other part of Ras Al Khaimah away from the wind? As close as possible. So by 2030, Ras Al Khaimah is expected to get 7,200 rooms, all of which will be 5-star for sure. So let's say 8,000. At the same average of 4, you're looking at 320 presidential suites. Do you think a brand like Wynn would have invited more than 500 millionaires across the globe? You're looking at world leaders, you're looking at entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, you're looking at celebrities, movie stars, musicians, sports, religious leaders. You're inviting 500 billionaires and you have 320 presidential suites. What happens to the remaining 180 billionaires? Where the hell do they go? If you look at Al Marjan as a whole, 2.7 million square meters is the size of the entire island of Al Marjan. Square meters. You have, it's 4.5 kilometers into the sea from mainland. Here you have, if all of you, I'm sure all of you have been to Al Marjan, this here connects towards the old city of Ras Al Khaimah, where you have the Rakis building, you have Al Hamra Mall, you have Rak Ceramics headquarters. After that, you have Falcon Island by Al Hamra. Opposite Falcon Island, you have something known as Rak Central, right? Which is a mixed, you have the 5 buildings in front which will hold the administrative offices. One of them will have the office of Wynn.
It's not built yet, right?
It's not built.
Yeah.
Behind those 5 buildings, which are commercial buildings, you have on the, if you're looking at Rak Central this way, on the left you have Pantheon. At the back, which is the curved side last facing units, out of the possible 12 plots, BMW has bought another 6. The other 6 are also in our vision, but mainly as joint ventures. Okay. Why has BMW gone so full-fledged into Ras Al Khaimah, into Al Marjan.
Like if we have investors who want to do JV and
We'll do it, yeah.
you know the okay.
See, we had more than 58% of the land in Island 4. We have sold to our competitors. We did the underwriting for Lux Developers Oceanoka plot. That was ours. So like that we have sold. The current that we have, we open to JVs for the newer plots. So if you have any investors, they want to do JV, we have a specific JV plan only for those guys. Where you as our partner will definitely get a piece of the pie, it goes without saying. Right? This is what your Wynn would typically look like, 70, 72 floors, 1540 odd rooms.
So the 7,000 new hotel keys that you were saying includes 1,500 of these?
The 7,200 is all total, including 1,500 of this. 7,200 is the figure, this one.
And that is not Al Marjan, that is Ras Al Khaimah.
This is for Al Marjan alone. This is Al Marjan alone.
Yeah.
So these are some of the projects that are coming up in Al Marjan Island. So tomorrow, in case I've had other channel partners who have not started work here in Ras Al Khaimah, Al Marjan yet, they say, why will my investor invest in a property which is away from mainland? How do I convince that Al Marjan will not be dependent on the economy of Ras Al Khaimah, and rather than have Al Marjan economy support the economy of Ras Al Khaimah? Saudi German hospital, for example, gets ready. Doctors start coming in, they need place to live. Patients need medicines, and so on and so forth. It goes on and on with every other construction project. Until you see Wynn coming here in Q2 2027, which we're assuming, as per what the trade pundits say, is going to blast the economy of Al Marjan, thereby increasing the support from the island economy to the economy of mainland Ras Al Khaimah. If what the trend they're showing, 24 they've hit 61. Even if you look at every 3 months 5% increase. This is where BMW plays a very integral part in its role in developing its projects in Al Marjan Island. In Island 4, like I said, we currently hold 43% of the land parcels with us. Out of a possible 15 projects, we have confirmed that 5 are going to get launched under here. We've got the DLD for everything, we've got the approval, everything is done. Our first project we're talking about is Aqua Arc. The current unveiling you saw was for Pelagia. First week of next month will be, an erstwhile name was Ambrosia. This is now changed to Taj Wellington Mews. Hotel apartments branded by Taj. When we initially planned to come into Al Marjan, we planned to have 0 studios in all our projects, keeping in mind the type of clientele who will be visiting the island. Because the demographic today, for those coming to Dubai vis-a-vis Al Marjan, very, very different. People coming to Dubai today no longer come as tourists, they come to work, right? Which means if you have 100 properties getting ready in Dubai, all 100 need not necessarily get sold and or rented. I can still stay as bachelor accommodation and continue my day-to-day activities. That crowd is not the crowd we're going to get in Al Marjan. People who come to Al Marjan will be specifically either to experience what this particular Wynn has to offer in terms of family outing, and for those people who would be coming who would have experienced Macau or Vegas or Monaco or Monte Carlo, they know what to expect. That is why nobody comes in small groups for holidays. And the people who will come with money will be husband, wife, kid, nanny. Usually that's how Europeans travel, and or Arabs, or husband, wife and kids. In front of me, across the road from me, directly in front of the beach, is a property called Dana Bay by Dubai Investments. It's a G+1 townhouse and villa community getting handed over probably this quarter. Because of the G+1 in front of me, I have a G+1 elevation here like you have in Atlantis Hotel, to ensure that even my ground floor units have sea view for life. The ones in front you see here with the private swimming pool, my 3-bedroom units on either side. 12th floor, one here, this one here, my 5-bedroom simplex penthouses. This here with the privacy screen for this side and for this side, my G+1 2-bedroom duplex townhouses. Internally here, external, and at the back, a mix of 1 bed and 2 beds. This is the back of the building and essentially a drop-off point. You have a double-heighted lobby and a statement piece like you have in Dorchester. 3 passenger elevators, 1 service elevator on this side, and the same 3 passenger elevators and 1 service elevator on the other side. This is my 10th floor common area. We have my gym, steam and sauna, my kids pool, my adult pool, an indoor games room and a cafe. This here my 5-bedroom penthouses overlooking the sea. I also have a common area on the ground floor. This here is the back of the building, which we saw the double-heighted lobby here. So this car goes into the basement parking. So you have basement plus ground plus 12. It's a 59.5 meter height building. 110,840 odd square feet, roughly 111,000 square feet. In such a big plot size, I have made only 225 residential units, which goes to show that size has been kept in mind when designing this project. Behind my project, across 2 double-lane roads, you have something called Marjan World, which is coming up.
What's that?
Which is an upgraded version of Marina Walk. You have your mixed use, you have your hotels, you have your light shows. This Marjan World, which has lagoons as well, that is just behind our project. This here is where you have Dana Bay. You have tried to give as much distance between the next land parcel and ours. So you have the barbecue area, the kids play area, the kids splash pool, a walk track, amphitheater. This plot of land is owned by Al Marjan, it's with them, but BNW has undertaken to maintain as a public park. This you see, on 3 sides we are taken care of because there were roads. This was the only issue, so we've undertaken to maintain this 30,000 square foot park. We've tried to maintain some sort of space with the next land parcel beside us so that every room, every apartment has some sort of openness and not be clamped like you have in Dubai. This is what we started with our portfolio size. Our smallest 1 bedroom was 1,032 square feet and our largest 1 bedroom is 1,724, which is some 3 or 4 bedroom in some developers. Obviously the 1,032 ones are all sold out. My bigger 1 bedrooms are still available. And this is your Aqua Arc. This is Dana Bay. इसके exactly पीछे ये और ये रहा आपका ताज वेलिंगटन.
Same was same.
Taj Wellington.
It's going to change what Al Marjan is going to look like in the next couple of years for sure.
ये tall building बीच में क्या है? That's a tower. It's a hotel center.
This one is hotels.
Twin tower.
So Al Marjan, as per their brief, Al Marjan is looking to become the entertainment capital in the Middle East. For example, you have Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, जहाँ पे heavyweight boxing matches होते हैं, right? UFC. अभी UFC अबू धाबी में तो आया. Where Khabib Nurmagomedov beat Dustin Poirier. Now imagine that hype coming to a small island. High insurance premiums. Who can afford high insurance premium? People with a lot of money. That's the kind of clientele to expect in Al Marjan in the near future. You have, it's in an island, right? So you'll have maybe island tours by boat, island tours by yacht, island tours by jet ski, scuba diving classes, scuba diving tours. You can have aqua aqua venture, you can have a lot of things. The possibilities are endless. And Wynn across the globe usually comes with something for the entire family, not only for gamblers.
Yeah.
Just more and more and more and more and more. What I'm trying to say is possibilities are endless, and the type of people coming to experience those endless possibilities are people with a lot of money. Here where I'm standing is where you have Marjan World, that project we saw at the end. Where he's standing, that angle is your Wynn Resort. This is my basement plus ground plus 12. My drop-off point. All of this is water. You get up here, get dropped and exit. Double-heighted lobby. My 10th floor common area, gym, steam, sauna, kids pool, adult pool, indoor games room and cafeteria, and my 12th floor, simplex 5-bedroom penthouse.